This is actually looking right on the stream, right? Like this is inverted properly. It is. Okay.
Yeah, we're live.
Good. Sweet. I'm gonna mute Twitch. All right. Okay. Well. So, Final Fantasy 1. I'm not sure if anyone's actually in the Twitch stream yet. I don't see anyone there yet. But this is, of course, the first Final Fantasy. It came out back in the late 80s. And I played this when it first came out on the Nintendo way back when. I play it every few years just because I just love it so much. So I know it pretty well. So we have got 6 classes to choose from. So I'm going to let you guys kind of choose the classes you want to actually have in this run. I'm going to basically force our hand to just have a warrior and a white mage. Because those are essential. Warrior is pretty much broken. So just go on the classes here pretty quick. The warrior is, of course, the tank. They can take a bunch of damage. They're pretty good damage dealers too. They're not the best at it, but they keep up their end of the sword for sure. Having a warrior is essential just because of this. They just absorb so much. The thief is a lot better now in this game than he used to be in the original release, because he sucked in the original release. Just because they have got a pretty crappy weapon selection. They're a lot better here. That being said, the thief is probably still like the second weakest warrior they can start off with. Again, mostly because of their gear selection. They do turn into the ninja halfway through the game, and ninjas rock. So if you can put up with a thief for long enough, the ninja's well worth it. By the way, yeah, all 6 classes transcend halfway through the game. They all class up to better classes. Warrior becomes a knight, thief becomes ninja, etc. Then there's the monk. The monk is a straight-up physical damage dealer. That's all that the monk will ever do. They have one thing: attack. Don't let them do anything else. They've got no magic. They're the only class in the game that cannot use magic at any stage of their growth. So they're very strong, but they also take a bit of getting used to, and their defense is not all that great. They also have they're also the cheapest class to outfit in terms of gear, because they don't really need a whole lot. Red Mage is one of my favorites. They can do everything. They can fight, they can black, they can white magic. They don't get the top tier stuff, but they don't really need it. I mean, they're irrelevant throughout pretty much 95% of the game. At the very end, they suffer a bit because they can't learn the level 8 magics, but they're better used as a support caster rather than a mage, like damage caster anyway. White mage is essential. They are your healer. Kind of white mage, just done. Black mages are the damage casters of the group. I do not like black mages in FF1. I think they are terrible. They are glass cannons. They cannot take a whole lot of damage. They can take maybe 1 or 2 hits before they just die. And that's at most stages of the game. Their damage, I'll put, is pretty good, but only against normal enemies. Against bosses, most bosses have got pretty good magic resistance, so they're not terribly useful, and they'll probably just end up dead before they can cast anything useful. So I don't put black mages in my parties. I just don't do it.
How big is the party at the start?
4. You have 4 characters, 4
okay.
party slots. You can have multiples of a class if you want. Like I have done a game where I've done 2 warriors, a red mage, and a white mage. Or if you want to go real fancy, 2 warriors, a thief, and a red mage. This one's dicey because you have no high-end healing, but it's fun. I've beaten the game with this party. It's dicey.
I vote red mage for sure. And
okay.
You said you wanted a warrior.
Yeah. So the party that I tend to run with the most is this setup right here. Because this way you've got the ninja. There is one ninja exclusive sword late into the game that only the ninja can use, so that's why I tend to have them. Plus they're pretty good casters too once they actually become a ninja. Otherwise the thief just does physical attacks. So this is the part that I like to run with.
You already ruled out my party of all black mages from the beginning.
The Black Death party is kind of a fan favorite. They suck.
Yeah, how possible is that? Does it just make the game hell?
it really does, because your mages just can't take hits, and so enemies are supposed to attack your party in terms of ranks. There's 4 ranks. So like here on the screen, the ranks will be fighter, thief, red mage, white mage in the battle rank, and ideally, the character at the top gets hit more than the character at the bottom, which means you put your black mages in the 4th rank to make them take lesser hits. But if you've got a black mage in all ranks, the rank 1 black mage is just gonna get murdered over and over and over and over. Once you get the level 2 black magic, then the tables turn, because then you can throw fireballs and lightning bolts and just kill things left and right. That's where they get good, and they stay good for about a good middle of the game. Once you get towards the end again, kind of got to have a tank. It helps a lot. Plus, like I said, all of the major bosses are pretty magic resistant, so they don't do well against those.
Right. I'll allow it. Oh, wait, Nick, wait,
yeah.
hold on. What are we doing, Nick? What is this? What is happening?
What is what?
Well, don't we need to explain what's going on here a little bit?
Not just the game, but why are we here?
Why are we here? What are we trying to do here?
Sure.
This is Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster.
Yes, this is the Pixel Remaster version. Yeah. So I guess So we are doing a full LP of or I guess Plaid, I should say, of Final Fantasy 1 Pixel Remaster. I can get through this game in about 9 hours 30 minutes with a full completion. We'll probably get through less if I just dash through like I kind of plan on doing here. But hopefully we'll get through this. So have you guys seen FF1 before at all?
Hardly.
Hardly?
Yeah, hardly.
Okay. Do you know what the general plot of it is?
No.
Okay. Good, because they're
Red Mage.
Plots. The plot's just kind of there. there's not much to it.
The red mage and the white mage walk into a bar.
Yes. There's actually was a good comic in that back in the day called 8-Bit Theater. It was a big sprite comic of FF1. Anyways, so yeah, we're gonna get all the way through FF1 Pixel Remaster.
Right now, no stop.
Right now. Just, okay.
Don't say that, John.
So we need to name our heroes here. So who wants to name the fighter? Any particular names?
The chat, but there's nobody there to do it.
Like 3 people, and it's probably all us. If anybody's in chat, how do we sound? And please name our fighter.
Chadifer?
Chad.
I kind of like Chadifer now that I've actually written it out.
All right. I'm good with that.
Okay. All right. All right. And I'm gonna just name the mage right now. There we go. Right. Okay. What about the ninja?
I mean, I have a submission, but Jonathan, do you have a preference?
No.
So I think we should call him Carl.
Carl?
Yeah.
Carl the ninja.
May I ask why?
Carl, wait. Carl with a K.
With a K. All right.
There you go.
So.
That's important. No,
okay.
I don't know, because I've been playing Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, for Carl. Okay.
For Carl, yes.
For Carl. All right, and then the white mage. The white mage in the Pixel Remaster is more canonically a female, but it can be whatever. They're androgynous enough where it really doesn't matter too much. She definitely was in in the Game Boy Advance version and stuff. But
how about Carla?
Carla?
Yeah.
A C this time, or still a K?
Like that?
Yeah, like that. That's fine.
Okay, cool.
So you have Chadifer, Carl, Zimfried, and Carla?
Yeah, Zimfried seems out of place now.
Yeah, I don't know.
Kind of does, yeah. I mean, I can do a different one.
How important is this, honestly?
Not terribly.
Yeah, I think it's fine.
This first stream will just be this part here, discussing the names.
Okay, well then let's do this then.
This is good.
Fire the missile.
A fancy cutscene in the Pixel Remaster version.
Look at all those pixels.
Yeah. The world lies shrouded in darkness.
You can tell by the pixels.
Yes.
Is there a remaster sword in this game?
No, but there should be now that you mention it.
Ah!
Yeah. The winds
Already
die.
Die. Like I have absolutely like started this game. This all like just the way the map looks and everything is very familiar, but does not get very far.
Rage. Yeah, we have about an hour here. I can get to the first dungeon, maybe. We'll see.
I believe in you.
I can get to the pirate ship for sure. Get to Elftown.
Wait a minute, pirate ship?
If the Earth decays, yeah, there's a pirate ship. It's the second boss, kinda.
Right. Canonically, which of our characters used to live with the pirates?
But the people believe in a prophecy, patiently awaiting its fulfillment. Carla, clearly.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. After a long journey, 4 young travelers did at last appear. And in the hand of each was clutched a crystal.
Pretty heavy-handed, honestly.
A little bit.
Where did they come from?
Crystals.
Yeah.
Crystals. It's Final Fantasy,
Yeah.
Warriors of Light, crystals, etc.
You actually can kind of extrapolate where they came from if you've beaten the game and kind of know where the plot is going, but it's you have to kind of stretch for it.
Oh, that guy's huge.
All right. Yeah,
Oh.
I know. We're just giants. And then now we're just normal sized. So welcome to Cornelia, the first town.
You mean
It's called
Carlinia?
Carlinia.
Carlinia. Yeah.
Let's take a peek at your reflection in the water. Ah, you're filthy. Use this to wash up.
Oh, good.
It's calling me out. Hi there, I'm a dancer. What's that? You want to dance with me? Hee hee.
Sure.
By the way, I'm glad that the fountain mechanic is still in games like, Zombie Army 4 or whatever for washing up in between missions. That's nice.
Yeah, that's a cool touch. Yep.
Good callback.
Yeah. So our characters do start off with some gear, but it's utter garbage. Knives and basic clothing. So we're gonna gear up a little bit.
Glad that we have clothing. at
Yeah,
least.
money?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we start off with 500 gil,
Oh, wow.
Oh,
which is, I mean, in the original one you started off with no gear and 400 gil, so it's a good step. So we're gonna get a hammer for the white mage, rapiers for darn near everybody, and then call that one done. Go over to the armor shop and armor up because we again just have basic clothing. And good enough. Okay. So thankfully this game has got a optimize option, like most modern RPGs now. So think, 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 think.
Right.
Now, weirdly enough, Carl the thief here is actually worse off when it comes to defense than the mage at this point, which is a little weird. So we're gonna swap their orders for now. It's probably gonna be this way for a long time, actually, because the red mage is gonna have more defense than the rogue will for kind of a bit.
Is that in theory predicated on evasion, or it's just whatever?
It's armor. So, like, the red mage can wear chainmail. The thief cannot. The thief,
Right.
Yeah. Like I
Well,
said,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mischance though, right? Like, whatever. Never mind.
it is there. So here's the evasion. So red mage evasion 18, thief is 25. So
The defense is pretty different though.
there's a sizable difference there. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the way for a while until we get class change up to ninja. All right, so we're gonna get Kier for sure. So Dia is an AOE spell. It's basically D&D's turn undead, and we've seen a lot of D&D in this game, by the way, because this game is based after D&D actually.
Just like
Is
Diablo.
she flipping people off?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's weird.
It's yeah.
Did they remaster that?
It's supposed to be
It's
yeah.
very
It's supposed
crisp
to be like,
now. I probably didn't notice it before.
No, before it just looked like this.
Yeah.
But now it's
it's supposed to be like that thing in the spinner, but it's how the shadow works against the hood. Yeah.
here's your free bird right here.
Yes. All right. So the red mage, I'm using the red mage here as more of a status dealer rather than a damage dealer.
This guy's just jazzed.
Yeah, he's happy to be a mage.
He
So
also
we are
really
going to
likes
get
watching football.
so we're going to get sleep for sure, and then I'll pick up thunder on the next pass through town.
Right. Oh yeah, you're down to 48.
Yeah, just under. So now you might notice we can't actually leave town. There are guards posted at the exits to the town.
Let me out.
The king is searching for the prophesied warriors of light. Those crystals, you must see the king at once. Yoink. And you get dragged all the way to the castle.
Hooray.
Welcome, travelers. I'm told you carry crystals. Is this true? Yeah. I suppose. It's just as Lucan's prophecy foretold. When darkness veils the world, 4 warriors of light shall come. Your Majesty, we cannot be certain that these are the warriors foretold by the prophecy. Yet they stand before us with these crystals. I cannot dismiss this as mere coincidence. Crystal bearers, there's a task I would ask of you. Will you rescue my daughter, Sarah? Which is, by the way, essential in all early NS games. Rescue the princess. That's the whole game right there for a lot of them. Garland, a knight once in His Majesty's service, has abducted Princess Sarah. Ask for your aid. In the name of His Majesty, the King of Cornelia. Garland has taken refuge in the Chaos Shrine, which lies to our north. Of course, we did attempt to save the princess ourselves, but Garland is the finest swordsman in the kingdom. We have none who can match him. I heard that you wish to journey to the continent to our north. I don't know how he heard that, incidentally.
2 seconds.
Yeah. The bridge leading north was lost long ago, making passage impossible. If you can rescue Sarah, I'll have the bridge rebuilt as a token of my gratitude. Go now, warriors of light, and do not fail me.
Right. I didn't know you existed until you came into the room just now, but I also have heard of many things about you.
Yeah. Somehow they just it's like telepathy or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can wander around here for a bit.
The Chaos Sanctuary, yeah.
And actually, Queen, was it Nina? Oh. Jane, Queen Jane. Yep. Please bring back my daughter, my Sarah, back to me safely. There actually, so this, I believe was this guy right here was invisible on the NES version. He doesn't exist. You can still talk to him. He's still there as like a block of text you can talk to, but the model does not appear there. There's also a little bit of a secret, kinda. Here, actually, I'll take the long way around. So if you walk all the way around the castle, there's a south entrance right there. But there's also a bunch of doors here that require the mystic key. We can't get into these yet because the Elf King has the key, and we'll have to go visit him to get it. So that's a for a later thing. So at this point, welcome to the grind. Or actually, not really. The Pixel Remaster version has been rebalanced so that grinding is basically not a thing. You don't have to do it. It's a good idea, maybe, but you don't really have to.
Besides that, and the visuals, like, what else has changed? I saw you're running pretty fast there. Is that in the original game?
No.
Okay.
You can dash, starting with the iOS version. Actually, no. With the Game Boy Advance version, you have just a dash button you can just dash around with.
Okay.
But a lot of stuff is changed. So like one of the big things in the battle here is that in the original version, if you attack to the same enemy slot, you selected a enemy to attack. If the enemy died, like that one right there, and the other character was scheduled to attack that same enemy, that character would then miss because the enemy is no longer there to hit. The characters would not auto aim and auto acquire targets like they do here. And that was pretty easy. Normally, I would say that we should probably hit level 3-ish, 2-ish before we get to Garland, but we'll probably get there. We'll we'll hit level 2 for sure before we actually face him here. So this is the Chaos Shrine. Oh, okay, this is a bad one to encounter actually. Those are werewolves. I'm going to try to flee actually, because werewolves are bad news.
For them all to take an attack.
They're going to try.
They're missing a lot.
Oof.
Oh, that hurt. Carla, no. Ooh.
Flip them off, Carla.
Yep.
Oh,
the thief failed to... Okay, yeah, this is actually pretty bad. Probably should have saved before we left town.
That'll be Final Fantasy 1.
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
She's dead, Jim. So what? Oh, no.
Carl's almost dead. Oh, Carl's dead. Everybody just left him.
Alright. Out.
Peace,
out we
guys.
go.
Run away.
Yep.
The brave Sir Robin.
Oh no.
So...
Okay, well...
Yep. What's cool with this game is that it actually has a repeat function, where if you hit a square, at least on a X on an Xbox controller, your characters perform the last function that they did in the last fight. In their last round.
Sure. Yeah, that's handy, especially if you're just like spamming attack or whatever. You know.
Right.
Fight. Uh-oh. You do not have enough for both.
Nope. Alright, so we're going to have to sell something here. I could sell some clothes.
You know, a couple random things, of armor and so on you don't need.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay, I'll play a little bit safer here. Maybe gain a level before we actually head up to the Chaos Shrine. Also, fighting 2 werewolves there and a bunch of gray imps, that is terrible luck. Werewolves are supposed to be a really rare encounter there, and I hit a party full of them.
Yeah, that was a big
Save.
group right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. So, we'll just save here.
Right.
Alright, so do need a bit of leveling up here.
Could you save anywhere in the original?
Nope. You can only save in taverns.
Oh, your health is still very low.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Nice.
Oh, that helped.
Good, you didn't go for the thief. Yay.
Notice that fast forward button there. Is that... What does that do?
That's the go fast button. If you hit that, again, it's X on Xbox controller. The characters repeat the last action that they performed.
Okay.
And the battle goes at about 50% speed faster.
Okay. I wasn't sure if it was independent of part of the repeat or whatever.
Hmm?
But like, so now that you have attack queued, it's super easy just to keep.
Ooh. Right.
Go again.
You didn't
spam
let
attack.
the sting play.
Oh.
Why am I here?
I'll do it next time. I've heard that play so many times. So yeah, as you can see, that level was pretty big. It doubled the HPs of our fighter, white mage almost, and red mage a little bit, +5. These stats are random, by the way.
Oh, okay. You have to roll for hit points every time.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. All these stats have a bit of random element to them, and it's kind of funny if you have a party full of fighters, they will all develop differently.
Just like in real life.
Yeah, I remember playing one game in which I ran around with a monk for a while, and I just kept getting just awful HP rolls on this poor monk, and he was just almost as bad as a black mage towards halfway through the game in terms of like combat survivability. It was terrible.
It can't all be like Arnold or something.
Right. Okay. Well, how much?
Carl.
Okay.
Weathers.
So I should probably get at least 1 or 2 antidotes before I go in. Oh, hey, there's more gray imps. So yeah, I'll just hit the go faster key here.
Gotta go fast.
Yep. Again, if this is the original, this would be like the worst thing you could possibly do because of overqueuing on monster hitboxes.
Oh right, yeah. there's no real. I mean, I guess technically that is a tactical decision, but
it does keep you more engaged. I mean, that's the nice thing about that particular system is that it does make you focus on every fight. Whereas this one, I don't have to do that. I can just hit repeat and just go.
yeah. But by the 50th time you're killing a group of goblins in the woods, do you really want to decide which character is attacking which goblin every single time?
Yeah, right. All right, so I got a one antidote and 1 sleeping bag.
Wait.
How are we doing on? Oh, let's go to magic map status. It's different here. Okay.
I'll be right back.
All right.
Is the sleeping bag, I assume, is rest anywhere, as if you were at an inn.
Yeah. So it restores partial H. Oh, another level. Nice. It restores partial HP.
Jonathan wasn't here, so he doesn't know that you didn't do the thing. I won't tell.
Actually, I should go to the inn one more time just to rest up because we're on level 3, which makes us actually I don't have gold for him to say, which makes us really so. Garland is not a strong enemy. He has about 90 some hit points, which is going to be a couple rounds, but he doesn't do too much damage. And the recommended level to beat him is 3. You can do it at 2. 1 is pretty risky. If you can even get to him at first level, which I tried and failed. So
yeah.
I was sitting back here. It's cute. It's cute.
So you turned into, what is that, a metapod? And then you can,
Harden.
That's a much better place to be.
Yeah. All right, so we're back at the Chaos Shrine. For the first time. So also in this version here, you have full maps.
Oh right.
Which is really sweet.
Yeah. I noticed the map overlay in the upper right too on the world map. Is that normally there?
Only in this version.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't remember that being a thing.
Yeah.
Just wandering around, not knowing what I was doing.
The Pixel Remaster is a really good remaster. It's a lot of quality of life, such as that mini map up there. Very neat. And you got the full scale map. I mean, normally you used to have to go online, or if you bought the original game, the original NS game, it came with maps for the first like over 3/4 of the game. If not the full game. So I just pull up my big poster maps and just use those. So the right side of the map here, these doors are locked with the Mystic Key, so we can't get here yet. So I'm gonna skip the whole right side of the map.
All right. I gotta find that Elf King. Yeah,
werewolves. You know what? Have some fire. I don't want to deal with you. Get him. He tried to run.
I've changed my mind.
So werewolves are one of the few enemies here that can regen.
Yeah, I noticed that he healed up a couple of points.
Yeah.
For you to be precise.
There's only a few that can do it. Trolls, of course, are ones that can for sure. But they're not until at least a couple hours into the game. Oh, 1 away. Okay. A leather cap. It's going right in our fighter. Boink. Okay.
Interesting mix.
So this is again where some of the tactics kind of come into play, because I know that Carl here can take out that normally with a single swing. Good. And now the two guys can focus on that Warg Wolf, or the Grey Wolf as it was in the original version. He tried to run away again. And I know that the Goblin Guards have 16 hit points, so if I focus both characters on one, I'll probably be able to take it out with one. Oh, good. Okay. And dead.
Nice. We did it.
Yep. Okay, so again, this is kind of neat. It shows you exactly what gets better with these little pop-ups here.
Right.
I was blowing right through these earlier, but yeah, you can definitely see just what increase, and a lot of modern FFs don't really do this. So yeah, strength, stamina, luck. Intellect is the one that powers their spells.
Huh.
Crap on HP roll in that one though.
Yeah, only 2.
Only 2. Carl got a nice buff there, 30 hit points.
Nice. Became slightly less idiotic.
Yeah.
Pretty soon Carla's going to be your tank, though, at this rate. I don't know.
Yeah, the white mages in the PR are actually they're more like D&D clerics, actually, instead of just, they're not squishy mages, really. Because look at that. She's got this second highest HP right now.
Yeah, I mean, armor is a thing, but still.
Yeah.
You can cast spells for stuff like that.
And this is such a huge rift now between in the hit points now. I'm actually going to swap these orders here. Because poor Zimfrieder's got just terrible HP rolls.
Because he's the sore thumb of this party.
So also you might notice that that we have spell slots, not MP. This uses the Vancian magic system, such as what D&D uses.
I did not notice that before. Okay. When you went to the screen, I was looking for the MP and I didn't see it, but I thought I just didn't see it.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, so the original one uses the Vancian system, and the remakes for FF Origins and the Game Boy Advance, I think it switched. Yeah, it switched to MP for those versions, and then it went back to the slot system to Vancian for this one.
Cool.
So it makes spell management a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll be seeing this formation a lot. This is the wolf pack formation.
Yes, a lucky number of 7 wolves.
Yes. The wolves themselves are pretty darn weak. I mean, a single hit will KO one of them. The werewolf, though, I think it's got 80-something hit points, so they can take a bit of a beating.
I noticed your Zimfried was muttering to himself there while you were prepping the spell. That's a nice touch.
Yeah, the little animations that they have for the characters are pretty cool. I will just speed things up by going into auto battle here.
You have to keep choosing that every round, or does it just do it until you turn it off again?
It does it until I turn it off again. It does disengage when a fight starts.
Sure. Yeah. In a given fight, you have to keep toggling it on each time.
Yeah.
Ah! It's the professor from Back to the Future.
Doc Brown, no!
No.
Alright, so Chatifer here got better agility, better stamina. Crap on his HP roll. Unfortunately, only 5.
I predict the White Mage will have the most hit points shortly.
Probably, yeah. You have Carl again, only 2 HP.
Gosh, Carl.
Again, kind of. So thieves have got no use for intellect. It does come later on with the ninja, because they can cast spells with the class change, but only 2 HP. Oh my gosh, this poor red mage and his drunk HP rolls.
Oh no.
Okay, so everyone got bad HP rolls.
Everybody's crap on the HPs.
Yeah. That's a shame. Potion, yay. And a tent.
A tent.
So the tent is the bigger, better, harder, stronger, faster sleeping bag.
What if you put the sleeping bag in the tent? What happens?
they both just explode.
Portable hole.
It's a bag of holding portable hole.
Yeah.
In the original game, actually, it was scaled differently. It was tent, cottage, house, rather than sleeping bag, tent, cottage.
I, for one, would like to know how you carry a cottage around in your bag.
Again, this is based off of D&D, so it was like Mordenkainen's mansion, the little portable one, just poof, get a big house out of it.
It's a token.
Exactly.
Wondrous figure. Right, hey, look at this.
Yeah, so we've got a whole tableau here. We got 5 bats squeaking around the area. We got Garland, we got the Princess Sarah, we have a mysterious orb.
Yeah, what am I looking at?
What's that?
What am I looking at?
And
the pixels are so big that it's hard to see. Is there a guy with a helmet?
Yes.
Okay, and then Sarah?
Yep.
And then some sort of orb?
Yep, and then there are 5 bats around there.
Okay.
And then the coppery of the Declaration of Independence carved into a stone
Yeah.
tablet.
Nick Cage is around here somewhere.
I
I
was
see.
just gonna say, where's Cage when you need him?
It's, why not?
All right, get ready for one of the best villain lines of all time.
Oh no.
Here we go.
All right.
The king will have no choice but to exchange the kingdom for her daughter's life. Cornelia will be mine. Turns around. Who's there?
Who are you
The
talking?
king's yeah, right. The king's lapdogs. Do you have any idea who you're messing with? You really think you have what it takes to cross roads with me? Very well. I, Garland, will knock you all down.
Right.
That line, the knock you all down thing, is just a complete meme among
Yeah.
FF1 fans. It has never gotten changed ever in any translation of this game because it's just so beloved.
Mm-hmm. Don't worry, we'll
Wow.
get up again.
New boss music too.
Looks way different.
I noticed the music is a noticeable like modernity level better than.
Yeah, the Pixel remaster music for all the games is fully orchestrated. It's gorgeous. Also, you might have noticed that the thief here is doing more hits than the fighter. Well, occasionally.
Yeah, the 2 hits is more common. Oh, that time like everybody did 2 hits.
Yeah, we're getting up in level 3 and 4 where now everyone's starting to gain a couple hits, but the thief gets it first. That's one of the buffs that they gave him in the current editions. Because again, rogues just kind of sucked. Oh, they sucked hard in the first game, the first iteration. And that's Garland dead.
Jeez.
Yeah,
Not bad.
He has a physical attack that can do decent damage. It might kill your black mage because they suck. But otherwise, he's not much of a threat.
No dressing.
Yeah, he can do 30 to 40 damage to the average character. You've come to rescue me. I am Sarah, Princess of Cornelia. Words could never be enough to thank you. That's the first time anyone's ever defeated Garland. You must allow me to show my gratitude. Please accompany me to Castle Cornelia.
Yeah, my keys were in the last place I looked. Yeah, because then you stopped looking. Nobody's ever defeated him before. Well, no kidding.
Thank you for turning my daughter to my side. There can be no doubt, now that you've killed a random knight, that you are the warriors of light from Lucan's prophecy.
That
Share the
Lucan?
prophecy in its entirety. Ahem, if I may. When darkness veils the world, four warriors of light shall come. If they cannot gather the shards of light, the darkness will consume all. The 4 crystals will never shine again. Now I hear that a crystal can be found on the continent to our north. That's the first major boss, by the way. Restoring light to the crystals is our only hope of ridding the world of the monsters which plague it. I will have the bridge to the north rebuilt, as I promised. I pray that you succeed in restoring light to the 4 crystals and to the world.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
We got it before while you were not here.
Oh.
And then we talked to Sarah. She then gives you this. This loot has been entrusted to the princesses of Cornelia for many generations. When he abducted me, Garland took this loot as well. I want you to have it. It may aid you on your journey.
Well, I'm here for the loot.
Right. That's perfect. So actually, she will let you leave, by the way, without her giving you the little spiel and giving you the loot. In this version, she would. You could just walk out and have to come back here and find out later, because you do need the loot at the very end of the game.
Oh, it would suck to get all the way there.
Yeah. All right, so there's just a couple hints here. So this guy says that the dancing girl in town knows many odd bits of information. She's your waypoint if you get lost, basically. And then Sarah's like, if you wanted, you could, here in Cornelia. No, it's nothing. Should make preparations for your journey. Restore light to the crystals. Toddle off.
Before you go, we have the best flush toilets in all of Final Fantasy.
Right.
You could visit our gift shop.
So at this point in the NES, on NES game, this is where the game ends. You save the princess, you're done. right? But not in this one. That's just the first quest. I just think that's it's interesting. Orders from His Majesty, we're to do our part to fulfill Lucan's prophecy.
Hey.
This cutscene also was not in the original. It got added for the Game Boy Advance
I thought they were
versions.
cheering. I didn't realize they were building a bridge.
Oh yeah, those are hammers
Okay.
that they're swinging.
The only thing that's missing is the music, since they suddenly moved to synchronized dancing.
Yeah.
Singing also, then it'd be a full-on musical.
What does this bridge have to do with the prophecy? Who knows?
And
Wait
so
a
it
minute,
was
shouldn't I have
written.
asked that before we built them?
The 4 Warriors of Light are here. They're in Cornelia.
Wow, word travels fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and now we're done with Cornelia. We'll be coming back here quite a bit later on because
Okay.
they do have the cheapest inn in the game, basically. So, and as you can see, we're in a little there's this inner sea area right there, like just south of Cornelia. We'll be doing a lot of laps around there for a bit.
I see a
All
little
right.
yellow bit. Oh, that's the dungeon we're at. Yeah. Chaos.
Yeah, that's Chaos Shrine up there. Yep.
Got
So we're
it.
gonna head off towards the east.
Over the bridge.
Also, over the bridge we get a cutscene, which is kind of pretty actually. I remember when I was playing Final Fantasy, this is the scene that got my attention when I first played this game. I'm like, this is good. You got my attention now. And this is also where you hear the FF theme for the first time. And so their quest began. As the 4 Warriors of Light, they felt overwhelmed by the great task destiny had placed before them. They did not even know the true significance of the 4 crystals they held in their hands. The crystals that once long ago held a light that shone so brilliantly. What was that?
Nothing. If they didn't even know what they're for, like, where did they get them from?
No
Yeah.
idea. It just
Woke up and it's in their pocket one day. Sorry, please.
Yeah. The time for their journey had come. The time to cast out the veil of darkness and bring the world once more into light.
All will be revealed in time or not. It doesn't matter. This is cool.
It's a good scene.
Yeah.
And again, I just want to reiterate that again. At this point, most games would end because you save the princess, you're done. But
Sure.
No.
That's
And the
like
princess-
subverting expectations.
Yeah. And the princess is not in another castle.
mm-hmm.
No, she was in that castle.
Yep.
Just moving on.
And yeah, and Sarah remains unkidnapped for the rest of the game, even, which is more than I can see for most Final Fantasies.
Really.
All right, off we go. Our adventure starts.
It's
We
the
just got a
longest
achievement for
bridge
it.
ever.
Yeah. Probably should have stayed at the inn, actually.
You're fine.
I've got no level 1 magics.
Spell slot, yeah. Or whatever. You're out of. Do you get spells back from sleeping?
Yep. If we're unlucky, we'll run into a couple of lizards. Hopefully not. They can take quite a beating. But if it remains packs of wolves, we'll be fine. I think it will make a save, though. It's right in towards where the pirates are, actually.
Hey, wolves. Why did you pick the rape? Oh.
Huh?
Well, I was just thinking back to like everybody's using a rapier. Why did you pick rapiers up front?
It's the best weapon in that town.
Does more damage. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, welcome to Provoca. Please help us.
With what?
Uh-oh.
You just walk right in. There's just help us everywhere.
Go on.
Oh,
Those
pirates.
blasted pirates. They're running around looting and pillaging like they own the place. But they're not really doing that. They're just right here.
And not
Just
musically.
standing. No, they're not running around. They're just jazzing.
Practicing their moonwalking, I think.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, we'll get back to them in a second.
Hold that thought.
Actually,
Yeah.
yeah, just stay there.
Hang out for a minute.
Yep, for like a whole day if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, we'll talk to you
Long
in the
rest
morning.
is 8 hours, so
Yep. All right, so I've got 725 gold. I'm gonna gear up. Bye, pirates. All right, so now we can now get everyone some gloves. The shield. Otherwise, we're good. Okay. The leather gloves is pretty much the last thing that most characters will be wearing for a long, long time.
If only you could hit all optimal all.
That would
be
nice.
the next step up, I guess.
Yeah.
Pixel Remaster version 2.
All right, so we don't need a whole lot of the weapons here because we can get some of these later on in some dungeons, but it's nice to just get them now. So we'll get a scimitar because that's been for the thief for a while. That's kind of it. Oh, go away. Yeah, bumps up by 1, a little bit more accuracy. But there's also new magic shops here too. So we have in here Blizzard, Dark, Temper, and Slow. Temper is the best spell in this stash because it increases your damage. It's a basic attack up spell. Slow is also pretty good too. And then for White Magic, White Magic isn't terribly good at this level. Null Shock is pretty much the only good one. Invis is pretty good too. But Blind, it's just not worth it. And cast silence on all enemies. Predictably, it doesn't work on the ones that you want it to work on. And there are so few enemies that it's actually worth casting silence on. All right. And just what you be doing here? Gonna be looking to make trouble with Bix Buccaneers, would you?
Of course.
It's the same thing. Okay. You got cannonballs of steel to be taken on the great pirate Bick. Kill all them boys. Aye, Captain will make their bones go crunch.
some undetermined amount of time I was talking with my mic turned off there. So that's
I'm surprised.
That's
so yeah,
more
a
than
bunch of
3.
pirates. Yeah, there's a bunch of pirates here, but they are sensible to sleep. This counts as like a, yeah, right. It counts as a mini boss, kind of technically, but they're not too hard.
right with you.
Come
there,
on, Red Mage, get your sleep out. There we go. Nice, got pretty much all of them.
Yeah, how about
The one in the middle. All right, so we'll just pile on him. Oh, some of them cured during the round change over. Shoot. All right, all of them did. Jeez.
Yeah.
They all woke up.
Well, that was effective. With the spells, I was trying to ask before you, but I was quiet. You can only have a couple equipped at a time, right? Is that what it is?
Yes.
Like,
Yep. So there are four spells per level. You can have up to 3 of them in a character slot. You can swap them out whenever you want to as well, but you have to repay the cost for your feature that you want to relearn again.
Okay.
All right, leveled ups all around. Finally, some hit points for the Red Mage. And White Mage is staying good on hit points, actually. It's nice. Dead.
Oh, no.
I'd be most sorry, young masters. I'll be making no more fuss, I swear. I want you to take me ship for your troubles. Can I find it in your heart to forgive an old pirate? You got the ship. So now we have a ship.
Well, that was easy.
Yeah. I had myself a change of heart since I lost everyone. I've had to buckle down and be the hardest worker in town. You believe me? Don't you? Yeah. Alright. I should probably at least get a couple of spells here. I should get Temper. I've been using that one for a while. Especially once it changed to Ninja, I'll be getting that one for the Ninja for sure. And I don't know. So Slow and Dark are kind of the same. Dark just decreases their hit chance. Slow decreases their number of hits. I'm gonna go with Slow.
That seems more guaranteed.
Yeah.
Or predictable, anyway.
Move. All right, so now we have access. So now we have our first ship. I'm gonna save here. So the open seas, I've got some cool enemies in them. We can find sharks, for example. Actually, fight sharks. They're worth quite a bit of XP.
Yeah.
All right, so
What the big guys?
Yeah. We've seen a lot of Sahagin here. They are ubiquitous and plentiful. They're everywhere. However, the big guys there can cast paralysis. They're not hard to kill, but they good, I missed. But they are very annoying with that gauge stack. I think they have 10 hit points, if I recall. It's been a while since I looked at their stat card. And these Sahagin are not hard to put down. They just come in huge packs. If we're lucky, we'll run into pirates, basically. There's enemies here. In the original NES game, they're called Kaizakus, which is the Japanese word for a pirate, Kaizaku. But in this game, I think they're called Buccaneers. And they carry 120 gold a pop, which is a huge amount at this point in the game. So if we fight any Buccaneers, this could be bad.
Flying
Sharks. They look like they're like flying through the air, like drop kicking you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
We're gonna slow some things down here and heal up a little bit. Should be a little cautious. Sharks can hit a little hard. Oh no. And also having 3 Sahagin chiefs as well. I'm getting just bad luck on this run.
You got this.
Well, maybe. Let's get some sleep out there.
For Carl.
Nice dodge, Carl. Keep it up.
Okay, hit the warrior twice. That's good.
Okay, tactical withdrawal worked. All right, cool. All right, I should heal up a little bit more. Yeah, sharks deal 30 hit points of damage, which is respectable. Go to and get my magic back. Okay, so what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to head south. Elf Town is to the south of us, and that's where the next plot points are.
Yeah.
But we can do a little sightseeing before we do that. So we're going to hit up Matoya's cave. And...
Oh boy,
Seen that before.
Here we are again.
Okay, alright. Let's be careful. Defense up. Alright. Get your sleep off. Do it. Do it. There we go. And I only get one.
Great.
Oh, come on.
Perfect.
Alright. Let's get these sharks taken care of. No one really took too much damage there. But I'm going to heal for Carl anyway.
Three hits.
Yeah. Get that shark down. Yay. Man, just a beating. All right.
Your red mage is glowing.
Yep.
Is that normal?
That's well.
She's just glowing. Yeah.
You should consult a doctor. After 4 hours. Level ups +2. Oh come on, hit points. No, I cast protect.
Okay.
That's why they're going.
Eyeball.
Big eyes.
Just speed this up.
Are the eyes part of some larger creature?
Yeah.
No, they're just big floating eye thingies.
Is it a weird perspective thing? Like, why is one larger than the other?
I think it's because it's like a cluster creature where there's multiple eyes in one bundle. I am going through my heals like mad already. I'm not even halfway to my Toyas yet. All right, I'm gonna save here because I'm getting bad encounter luck. We could possibly encounter ogres on the way north here. Hopefully, I don't come across too many ogres.
Where are you going? I'm sorry.
So, I'll point out here on the map, but we're gonna hit up a little optional cave. We do have to go back here eventually. So just north of our position and to the east there a little bit, there's a cave up there that has a character called Matoya in it, and we'll be visiting her later on. I'm going there now because she has got a couple chests we can loot for some stuff. What we're supposed to be going is far to the south. You see that the southern shore there of that inner sea. There's an elf kingdom down there. That's where we're supposed to be going next.
I missed it if anybody told you to go see the elves. How do you know to do that? Just you have a ship now, so you're going where you can get back off the ship and seeing what's there, kind of a thing?
Ideally, yeah. Yep. So if you're playing this game for the first time, not even ship, you can just wander around and do whatever you want to do. But the Elf Kingdom is where you're supposed to go next to continue. So eventually you will find the Elf Kingdom if you just wander around. Which, yeah, makes this kind of an open world kind of game.
Yeah.
It doesn't really tell you where to go next. You just are just kind of supposed to explore. So this is Matoya's area, and Matoya, thump, ouch!
Sounds about right.
My eye!
Oh, that's where the eyes came from.
Thump, ouch!
Well, stop walking around if you can't see.
Yeah, I can't see a blessed thing without my crystal eye. Who could have stolen it from me?
It was you guys.
Not it. Oh, no.
Yeah, not it. Yeah. My eye. So yeah, we can't help her now. But I can loot her stuff while she's blind. Potion, antidote. You can talk to the brooms too. Frontwards, backwards, any way you see. Such a strange spell, to swishery.
Of course.
Cancel and one. Cancel and loan. No. What?
Yeah, it's. I can go out to the map and show you. I believe they'll say they'll say something. Yep. So I'll head back out here. What this is supposed to do in the original NES is this tells you this gets you the map. That's what this does right here. But we already have access to the map, so it's kind of useless in this version because you have a map just at you ready. Whereas in the original NES, that gave you the world map access, which was really handy. I'll just speed this up. These warg worlds are going to take a little bit to drill through. So yeah, ideally, again, first time through, you'd be wandering under. You'd probably stumble upon her cave if you were just kind of just checking the place out. And we'll be back here later on once we have her crystal eye. It does come up later. Okay, so next up, we're gonna be visiting. Oh, jeez.
Fishman.
Yes, visiting the Fishman. All right, let's sleep. I need to get some more spells for her. Him, Carla, whatever. Yeah, so there are also predictably a cave of dwarves, and we'll be seeing them here as well. We'll be back to their cave as well. So the whole like elf key thing is actually part of a large chain of deals. Basically, you go fetch an item, and that leads you down a chain of actions to eventually get your hand on the Mystic Key.
Keep trading up until you get to like a blimp or something.
Yeah,
started with this clothespin, and now.
Yeah, it's like in Zelda Link's Awakening, where you start off with like a banana or something, and you end up getting a boomerang. It's something like that.
Yeah. There's a whole chain of that in Ori and the Will of the Wisps too. Like, somebody gives you a thing and you give it to somebody else who then gives you something. It continues through the whole game, like 10 steps or something. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Luckily in this game, it's not a big chain, but it's definitely noticeable. It's like 6 items. To stop by Cornelia. Oh, run away! Heal me.
There,
Yeah, we'll come back here a lot. It helps that Cornelia is nice and central in this whole first inner sea area.
Right. The only thing that's missing is a way to teleport with a crystal back to.
That would be nice.
Double shark.
Alright, so we'll have you two focus on that. I can wipe out the big eye, that would be nice, before it paralyzes one of my guys. I haven't encountered any Buccaneers yet.
I haven't seen a Buccaneers.
Nope. There's even a price on me head. How much? $2. $102. Didn't you hear? How was a Buccaneer?
Oh, dear.
It's from an old Puke and Snot sketch.
Right. I don't think I've heard that before, though.
I used to. I've got a bunch of their CDs actually. They were a very good comedy team. Unfortunately, I think Thomas Snot died like 8 years ago now. It's been a while. But Puke is still around. Is still around. Last I heard, he was still working.
Yeah, looks like it based on the website.
Okay, well, just got a level here, and the white mage has paced out the fighter in terms of hit points.
Yep, I called it too early, but it totally happened.
What the heck? That's ridiculous.
That's a good problem to have.
It is.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, okay, ogre time.
Oh,
All
there
right.
we go. Purple guys.
These guys hit pretty hard. I think they have 110 hit points if memory serves.
I feel like
112?
like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure or something that these guys are in.
Oh, yeah, they do kind of look like Star Platinum, I suppose.
Yeah.
Now, granted, that's like the end of my JoJo's knowledge. I haven't actually seen the show.
You've already eclipsed me, I'm pretty sure. So don't worry about it.
I know Dio and other characters and stuff, but
I saw it was coming. I think maybe it is now, and some version of it I think is on Netflix now this month, I believe.
yeah, yep. I should probably watch that at some point just to make sure I get into my geek portfolio in my head. Okay, so Mount Dugar, home of the dwarves.
Oh no,
I
they're
know.
all evil.
I know. Yeah, they're not evil, despite the name.
It's just to make people stay away. Lally ho!
Yeah.
That's the opposite. He did a flip.
He's opposite of evil.
Yeah. He's sprightly, as a matter of fact.
Have ya gabbed with our Smith in the smithy he is.
Oh no.
Again, one of the best lines in the game right there.
Somebody had a lot of fun when translating.
What a crystal eye, even the blind you can see. I heard that the Dark Elf Assos nicked the one belonging to Matoya. Part of my bad Scottish accent is just gonna happen. I'm sorry, these are dwarves. I gotta do it. Alright, okay.
How did that start?
The
Like-
Scottish Dwarf?
Yeah.
You
What's the history with that?
think I would
It's
know
often
that, actually. I
used,
don't,
but-
come to think. 575 gil, 450 gil, which is a nice chunk at this point, for sure.
That's another $1,000.
Yep. So this is the Smith in the smithy.
Of course.
If only it has some legendary metal, adamantite, I'd be able to craft such a magical sword. That is
Sorry, bud.
endgame, by the way. We'll be back here with him. Not so fast. They're just for display. You cannot fight with them.
So this guy uses Linux, right?
The earth has started to rot. It began in the west, and now the decay spreads.
No.
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 That's soon, aye. That's Nerek. He's smashing rocks in the back of the cave.
Oh dear.
So
yeah,
I'm not gonna. Huh?
Oh, I said, oh yeah, the map.
Yep. So there is more to the cave. There's this whole thing down here, and this is where Nerek is. We'll be coming back here later. He mentioned, by the way, a sound. That sound actually was removed in this version. It was actually in the previous versions. It was just like a pickaxe noise, but it was kind of constant, kind of annoying, so they took it out, and I'm kind of glad for it. Because there's just tink, tink, tink the whole time through.
Yeah. No thanks.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah. So the nice thing about auto here and cure is that the game is smart enough to cure people who need it the most. So you can't set your mages just on auto cure and they'll just do whatever it is to keep the party up.
Okay.
You will of course burn through your spell slots really fast.
I didn't pay attention. How many, what sort of spell slot growth are we experiencing here?
So
oh yeah, that's not bad.
Quite a bit, yeah. And this is part of the Pixel Remaster version, like upgrades, because you get spell slots much faster.
Pretty fast, yeah. To be, what level are you even? Like 5 or something?
I'm level 9, and I already have access to 4th level magic. And Elftown has both 3 and 4th level magics.
Nice.
Elftown.
Elftown.
Yep, that's where we're gonna go next.
Yeah.
Just probably take her off of auto cure.
We have multiple people who could still soak one without wasting it, but
yeah.
Still. Save it for when we really need it.
Yeah, actually, I'm gonna save my bad luck so far.
That's the magic word.
Yeah, save.
Okay, Sagan, I'm fine. Come on, give me Buccaneers!
Yeah,
where
are they?
Where are all the Buccaneers?
With promised pirates.
Yeah, right.
A pirate fight for me. No.
The sea is not lousy with pirates. Yeah. I love the little metal guitar in there back. Yeah, it's nice touch. All right, so this is Elftown here, and this place is there's a lot of wolves in this area.
Hey.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear.
Holy cow.
Oh dear. Stop it.
Oh god.
Oh god.
What's happening?
I think she has all those hit
Oh
points.
no!
Oh no. Okay, flee. Bye. See ya. Toodles. Go, 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 go.
They just piled up. I mean, that's the right tactic. They left her behind though. She's gonna die. No, pile on the healer is absolutely the correct thing to do.
It is.
Elfheim.
Elfheim, yes, indeed. Yep.
200,
Jeez,
man.
that's expensive.
It's getting expensive. It is based on the character level, though.
Inflation.
Yeah.
No.
Wonder why nobody does that.
All right, so just to make sure we're keeping up with the storyline here. So you get to Elfheim, and you can go to the Elven Castle. And our next story objective is to wake the Elven Prince because he has the Mystic Key. But he is sleeping. The prince has slept under Astos' curse for 5 years now. There must be a concoction that can rouse one who sleeps so, but where? And again, the game doesn't tell you anything about where to go next. You're supposed to just figure it out.
You must obtain espresso.
Yes. Also, this castle has a door up on the top right there, that room, which is also locked by the Mystic Key.
I really like that map.
It's a nice feature, yeah.
The key, though.
Cool look.
So this is Elftown.
Every and anything, Mystic Key.
Elfheim, thank you. Actually, and there's a little right here.
A river runs through it. Oh, no.
It's a gravestone. It's a gravestone. Here lies Link.
What?
Ah! So they really should have a remaster sword.
Dirty.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Shank on the other elves here, apparently.
Right. Yep. They only accept their own. All right. That being said, Alfheim has got a lot of good stuff.
Ooh.
Sabers, croziers for the staff wielders, for the black mage essentially. Same with daggers here too. Iron nunchaku if you've got monks. This is the last monk weapon in the game, the iron nunchaku right here. Once you get that,
as good as it gets.
That's it. That's the
Already?
best thing they get.
Because
like an hour. Yeah, I know. Because monks actually eventually their fists overtake their actual weapon damage.
Okay.
So around level 15 to 16, 18, depending on how good your monk is growing, you just want to chuck your nunchucks and just use fists.
Bare knuckle,
right.
They said.
Yep. All right, so we get an iron shield. All right. I just want to outfit the heck out of my fighter.
Expensive.
I want to save. I have to get the level 2 magics here. They are
Carla
really
needs
good.
a heal.
She does. Thank you. All right, so level 3 black magic is right here, and here's thunder, or Thundar, bolt 2 and fire 2.
Yeah.
This is fireball and lightning bolt respectively, and they are essential.
Hold person, and what is the last one?
Hold person and lowers evasion.
I don't get the name.
Focus, and then.
Oh, okay. For
Fokara.
You, not. Sure. Okay, fine.
Yeah. All right, and those 2 spells are going to be really nice. Unfortunately, that did kind of tank our gold though.
Gotta go find some more dwarves.
Yeah. Got a saber. And who needs it more? Huh? You're still fine at the reaper. We'll give to the red mage. How much gold do I have left? 156. Barely enough for an in-stay, which is 100 gold here. Because they are pricey rooms.
Those elves. Am I right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, all that elf bread costs a lot to maintain. Alright, so this is where the grind happens. In the original game, you would be grinding here for levels and for everything else. In this version, we just need money. Our levels are pretty good at this point.
Huh.
So the next area that we have to go to is in the bottom left. I can't get my cursor down there because it's not there yet. But so where we're right now, we want to get down to the left, like a little cape down there. That's where the game's first major dungeon is, and it's a doozy. The Marsh Cave is unforgiving, especially in the first version of the game. It will. Whoops! I'm actually out of fleeing. It will destroy you if you're not ready for it. And in this version, I got poisoned. And in this version, you still want to go in there prepared. So right now, I've got 3 potions and 1 antidote. I want to have at least 30 antidotes on me. And a bunch of potions, like 50 potions if I can get it. In addition to kitting out my party and getting all the spells also maxed out. So it's going to be a bit of a bit of a trip. The most efficient way to do it is to hunt for buccaneers because they're 120 gold drops. But if you get lucky and get a couple of ogres here, they can also drop a comparable amount. If you get unlucky, you're going to run across a ton of cobras and werewolves.
Don't
auto, yeah.
Thank you. Yes. So actually, let's show off fireball.
Yeah.
How am I doing? Okay, I'm fine on. I should get some more magic.
Those worms look pretty scary.
They're pretty, yeah.
Yeah, they die pretty fast though.
Not too bad.
Does that
Fireball.
Hair?
Sweet.
What's that red on those worms? Is that hair?
I think it's supposed to be scales.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm sorry. It's tentacles. They're They are comparable to carrion crawlers from D&D.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, how much? 281. Yikes. Hmm?
Oh, I was going to say, Nick, do you think we're at a, since we are in a wander around for a while point of time, and I don't know, timing wise, it's about.
Actually, it would be a good idea. Yeah, if you do want to stop here, now would be a good time to do it because I'm going to be at this for a bit. So yeah, if you want, we can certainly just stop here for now, and I can run on and grind and get everything up and running for next time. But if so, I want to take a quick screen capture of what our stats are because I'd like to do a little comparison. So I'm going to just grab a quick screenshot of how this looks, and I'll come back to it later. All right, so here's what we want to see for next time. Our gear is pretty good. I do want to get a better weapon for the warrior. Otherwise, everything else, gear-wise, is pretty much good to go. And for magic, I have to really kit out the white mage because right now she's got nothing except for level 1 magic. So I need to really get those filled in here. There's not a whole lot of good 4th level magic. Her 3rd level magics are really good. And in fact, I can quick go show those off here. So
map D&D as well.
yeah,
oh,
yeah. It's
3rd level being a really good spell level. I mean,
it is. Yep. All right, so it's up here. Past the graveyard. All right, so all of these spells rock. By the way, for 3rd level, I can only choose 3 of them, but they're all great. Cure 1 or Cure 2 is your, or Cure is Cure 2. Diara is your Harm 2 or Better Turn Undead. No Blaze halves fire damage, and Heal does a heal all to the entire party. These are all excellent, and you really can't go wrong with too many of these. The ones that I usually go with are Cure 2, Diara, and Null Blaze. Heal is really, really good, but you can get an item later in the game that casts Heal for free. It's a heal staff. So by all means, you could get it now and then trade up for one of these other ones later on, but having Null Blaze is really good for like the next major elemental boss. And DR is also great as well. So these 3 are just a touch better than this one.
Pricey.
So yeah, I'll be getting these 3. That's 3,000 gold right there, just for those alone. There are also our 4th level magics up here too. Run up here and grab those. So the 4th level white magics are kind of garbage. Null Frost is the only good one, which has ice damage. Otherwise, you have Vox, which cures silence, and nothing casts silence on you, basically. Fear, which makes enemies run away, which basically really kind of, I mean, you don't want to. You want the XP, darn it. So, it's a terrible spell. It's great in a pinch if you have nothing else to do, but don't get it. And then Poison cures poison, and that's what antidotes are for. So, and antidotes are like 50 gold a pop. This is way more expensive. This is like a ton of antidotes right here, so it's not worth it. That being said, I typically do get I get Null Frost for sure. Then I usually get Vox and Poison. I never get Fear. It's not worth it.
Yeah, that's a lot. Of 50 is more antidotes even than you said you needed for the dungeon. So
yeah. And then black magics. This is the big one. Haste is amazing. I mean, it always is. Haste doubles your number of attacks, which on a monk or a ninja is a ton of attacks at that point. I think the game caps at 16 attacks. Then there's
Temper also, right?
What's that?
With Temper also, you could stack up some.
That's
damage, right?
That's the combo. Yeah. You cast Temper, and then there's also a spell called Saber later on, which also increases your attack on a greater scale. So yeah, you get Temper, Saber, Haste, and then you just do stupid amounts of damage. Sepra puts one enemy to sleep at a higher chance than the sleep spell does. Basic. Confuse is pretty obvious. It's actually pretty nice. And then Ice 2, or the D&D version, Cone of Cold. So out of these ones here, I usually get Haste, Confuse, and Ice 2. Sleep res is just not worth it. If you're gonna put something to sleep, I'll just hit it instead. And then, let's see here, item shop. We're gonna be wanting just a ton of potions, a ton of antidotes. I don't need to get other stuff like eye drops yet. Darkness goes away when a fight ends, so you don't. They're not a big deal. As does silence for that matter too. So you don't need more than a handful of these for most of the game. If you really want to cure one of these in battle, fine, but they go away. But the effects clear at the end of a fight. Also, Phoenix Downs are not in the original game, so we'll be buying maybe a couple of those just to be sure. But otherwise, again, we don't really need a whole lot of these.
The needle do? The golden needle?
It cures stone.
Oh, petrified.
Mm-hmm. But we won't be running into petrified creatures for kind of a while. Or rather, I should say, until the next major dungeon. So, from the world map here, so our next target, I said, is in Little Cape, kind of to the southwest of us here. That Triangle Island further to the west, that's where the next major dungeon is, and where the first fiend of the game is, Lich. And Lich is the one who holds the first crystal. That's going to be a heck of a dungeon, and there are creatures that are in there that can petrify. You have to crawl. You have to do 2 dungeon crawls into it because of you need a quest item. But so yeah, next time then, I will have the party leveled up, and we will tackle the infamous marsh cave. We'll clear it, and then we'll head up towards. We'll do the chain of deals at that point, and get the Mystic Key, and then head towards Melmond and the first crystal.
Yeah, sounds good. That'll be in, I think, 3 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Will it?
Yeah.
Yeah, if we're doing the rotation, right?
Yeah. So next week we'll be back on Monday with the full crew, hopefully, to play something.
Or
we have to decide what that is.
Yeah, more. But yeah, I don't know what.
Co-op thing, and then we'll be back next Wednesday with a different game, starting from the beginning. But we will see through basically 3 games to the end, and we're just going to swap every week. So everyone gets to play.
Yep.
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. If you see this, but
format and so on, but yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you soon.
Alrighty. See you, folks.
Later.